Well, Steve, it's a pleasure to be here with you for the fifth episode of 5 Minute Major. First of all, how are you? And second of all, what is new this week in Hockey East?
Hi, Natalie. Good to see you again. Yeah, I guess it was Groundhog Day early this week, and that seems like that's sometimes how it feels as we go through each week, making the schedule, making sure that we get games for people. We when we did this week's schedule at the beginning of the week, I can tell you it gave us a little more trouble than some of the previous weeks. I think now, as teams have played each other and we're trying to find fresh opponents for everyone, it's the matrix of who's played who is getting filled up. So I guess we've got to be a little more brain power, a little more creativity to make it all work. But we've got the vast majority of our teams scheduled to go this weekend, so that's always a good sign.
Right. I think something that people are kind of looking forward to now at this point in the season too is playoffs. So do you have any information that you'd be willing to share about the tournament or how teams might get seeded?
Yes. Yes, we're going to have a release early next week about a lot of playoff details. I think as everyone knows, every team's going to be in the playoffs, and how we structure it, we plan on releasing at the beginning of next week. So that's just a couple days away. The seeding discussion, very interesting question, because obviously this is a year when teams are playing an uneven number of games. Their opponents and the strength of schedule is different. And so a lot of people have just kind of defaulted to percentage of possible points earned as a way to kind of seed out the teams. But we do think there's a better way to do it. We actually have a call today with the athletic directors to kind of talk through a model which we think takes into account who you've played, how many games you've played, whether you've played them home and away, and maybe just a better way to seed out the teams more fairly because of all the unevenness that everyone's had to deal with this year.
Right. And I guess kind of staying along the trend of tournaments, a personal memory for you is, what is your favorite Frozen Four that you have been to?
Oh, my goodness. Well, geez, I've been to many, and I guess there's always good memories when you go with your team. When I was at UNH, and we had the good fortune to go a few times, not successful in winning a national championship, but very, very close. But in recent years with the NCAA committee, I also got to go to several Frozen Fours, with my work with the committee, and really saw them from a different perspective. And I have to tell you, 2017, Chicago hosted the Frozen Four, and that was just a big time event. The Blackhawks have one of these on-ice projection systems, and their pregame was out of this world. What they did for a pregame was the biggest time pregame show that I'd ever seen at a sporting event, and it was just incredible.
Yeah, it sounds memorable for sure. But
and I guess 2016 we went to Tampa Bay, so that was pretty good too, because it was 80 degrees.
Yeah, two very different spectrums.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the committee that you went with. You're super involved in work, not only with Hockey East, but with UNH in the past. But what are some things that you like to do in your free time when you're not working so hard?
Well, we have two daughters. Both, one's a hockey player, one's a field hockey player. So usually 4 or 5 nights a week they've got something going on. And our hockey players, she's been playing all winter long, so they've managed to scrape together a season. So squeezing in some of her games. We got a puppy during at the beginning of COVID, I guess, or quarantine. So Henry's been a new addition to the family. So that's kept everyone busy, and certainly kept me busy taking him out for walks. But just trying to spend time with the family as much as possible, and we had a lot more of that obviously through the summer and in the early fall. But certainly lately, weekends I've been trying to get out and see some games, and be with our teams, visit with our ADs and coaches, and but that's been really fun too.
Yeah, that's great. What kind of dog is Henry?
He's a chocolate lab.
Oh, very nice.
So he's growing like a weed. We got him, he was 12, 15 pounds, and now he's 55 pounds. So
yep, they grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Well, final and last quick question from me. Always a big weekend ahead with Hockey East, but we also have Super Bowl Sunday to look forward to. So who are you rooting for, Steve?
Well, I guess I'm going to stay with Tampa Bay just because of Brady and Gronk. I'm not someone that turned on those guys when they left. I still rooted for those guys, but I'm happy for Brady and Gronk to kind of resettle down in Tampa and have some success. And so I guess I'll root for Tampa Bay and see how they can do against Kansas City.
Right. I'm with you. Well, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it. It's great to know a little bit about you, and we hope to learn more in the future.
Okay, great. Thanks, Natalie. Take care.
Thank you. You too.